Welcome back. It's about 6:10 in the AM and I am headed somewhere. Please, if you like this video or you like the other videos, please don't hesitate subscribing to our channel. Please press the like button, subscribe, and comment and share these videos. I appreciate each and one of you. Thank you very much. So I want to talk about the election results and how this applies to security. I know that's a lot of people on this channel, they don't care about politics. They don't care about who the next senator is. They're concentrated on their job. They concentrated on how they can better themselves. But here today, I'm here to discuss what do these laws have to do with private security, like the ones that are passed. Now, unfortunately, I'm all the way on the left, where all the blue states are located. So, my understanding of a lot of these bills that were passed, it comes from the California side. Make sure that you guys monitor progress in your state. So, as you can see with my thumbnail, the Republicans have taken over the country. It's almost all in red. It's almost all in red. I mean, you look at all the states. I think in Nevada and Arizona, we're still waiting for the official results, but it's leaning towards red, and the whole map is going to eventually be red. So, if you voted for Kamala Harris, guys, I still love you. Thank you so much for being subscribed to the channel. I don't dislike you because you voted for Kamala Harris, but for me personally, especially the private security sector, I don't think that she has any relevance in that field. I don't think she has an experience. Donald Trump had a private security detail, a rather elite detail, before he became president on both times. And he understands some of the rules and regulations that revolve around the private security industry and how important it is to support the private security industry. Not maybe fully, but I think he has a way better understanding than Kamala Harris. Now, there are some rollback laws that really affect you guys in private security in California. And I'm pretty sure that there are some rollback laws in your state as well. One of the laws in particular is Proposition 36. And basically what Proposition 36 does is it rolls back the Soros untough on crime, if that's even a word. Basically, you can shoplift all you want under the previous laws and just get a slap on the wrist. And you can drug deal all you want. And you can overdose all you want and just keep accumulating resources from the local law enforcement agencies and the EMS. Well, it was like 70.1% voted yes on Proposition 36. So what does that mean for you as a private security officer? It means that people who commit crimes on your property, as in property crimes like theft and drug use, they're going to be held accountable for their actions. That's what Prop 36 entails. And it's crazy because I've been in the sphere since 1998, and I've seen waves, and I've seen when there was a proposition that removed a lot of the penalties, and I thought, you guys don't even know what you're voting for. You haven't seen the crime waves yet. You haven't experienced it. You're probably just in college, and you haven't seen how the real world operates. Now, you guys in private security, you see what happens when police are handcuffed, not literally, but figuratively speaking. They're handcuffed behind their back. They really can't do anything. They book somebody in jail and then they get out. You guys seen that in private security, which is, I think, one of the reasons why it was about, at one point in time on our poll, in our community poll, I think it was like 72% of you voted for, you would vote for Donald Trump for president. And then all of a sudden not all of a sudden, but over time, that number went down to like 67%. I don't know what the percentage is, but what that means is more than 10% of the population that represents probably private security, they're supportive of these accountability measures like tough on crime, and they tend to lean a little bit more red than blue. That's what that means. And I think like 12 or 13% of you guys voted for Kamala Harris on our channel, right? I think that there's some bearing on law enforcement and private security. If you're in private security and law enforcement or corrections, you probably lean more on the conservative side, because you've seen the evils of society. You've seen what happens when people are not held accountable for their crimes. So I think in California, I think it's going to be a little bit more safer for private security. However, you have to give it some more time, guys. You definitely have to give it some time. You're going to have to give it a couple of years. Unfortunately, what's going to happen is the local sheriffs are going to complain that their jails, their booking facilities are overbooked, and they can't expand anymore. That's what's going to end up happening. And then it's going to go back to our governor in California's office, and he's going to have to get a hold of the legislator, and they're going to have to push forward some catch and release, cite and release policies. That's what eventually is going to happen. But I think give it about 2 years, and you're going to see crime go down on your property. It's going to be a little bit more safer. And then I think towards the 4th year, you're going to see definitely improvement. And then again, it's going to depend on the election cycle. It goes in waves. I think that the Republicans would probably win another term come the 4th year. I think it's very, very possible. It just depends on what happens. I think the world, especially in the United States, have just gotten fed up with everybody just walking around, what it seems like, and just committing all types of crimes and just getting away with it. I've seen it with my own eyes, guys, especially the COVID years. We're actually still during those years. Crime has went out of control. In the area where I live in or work in, a lot of people are saying, oh, back in the days, it was crazy. There was like all these gang turf wars. There was armed robberies, shootings. It was just like out of control. Like, no, you guys have no idea what you're talking about. It's these years that have been crazy, not your years. And a lot of times security, but especially police, they'll say, oh, back in the days, it was more dangerous, because there's nobody to contradict that statement, because everybody has retired or left to other agencies or departments. Same thing with security. Because of the revolving door, it's very easy for an older security officer to say, oh, back in my days, it was a lot more dangerous. Yeah, because there's nobody contradicting. And to them, it makes them sound better, I guess. Okay? There's some other bills that have passed. Oh, in California, we voted for slavery and involuntary servitude. Let me repeat that. We voted yes for slavery and involuntary servitude. On our ballot, it actually says the proposition, which I can't remember the name, and then it says slavery and involuntary servitude. It says that. And I think like 54 of the population said yes. So what's happening is, I think Californians, especially those generally on the West Coast states, they're starting to realize you can't frame a proposition in such a way that you're going to get more votes. People are actually reading the propositions. That's what the proposition said. Vote yes or no on slavery and involuntary servitude, something like that. Okay? So what this refers to, guys, just in case you're panicking, in the jail system, the prison system, prisoners basically, I think for like work, I don't think that they get anything in California. If anything, I think it's like cents of the dollar in order whenever they do work out there. And California voters said no, they're not going to get paid like a minimum wage or something like that. They didn't want that. And it's crazy that that more than I want to say millions of people in California actually wanted, I'm sorry, they wanted the prisoners to be compensated fairly. That's a lot of people, guys. So we're going to see a lot of change in private security, some significant change. If you're wondering what that change is, I think it's going to be less crime and more accountability. You're going to see more of these routine troublemakers, whether they be at the bus stop, at the mall that you protect, maybe inside the hospital. You're not going to see them causing as much problems. Give it some time, though. Okay? So let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Who'd you vote for? If you don't want to state, that's fine. But what are your overall thoughts? Being a Trump supporter, a conservative, it's just crazy to see the whole map. I'm proud to see the map start turning red. Today's a good day. Today is definitely a good day. If you voted for blue, guys, we still love you. You're always welcome on the channel, and we want to represent you as well. And we want you at the same time to be educated, to understand what the rules and regulations are and what the problems are in society and who are the people creating these situations. So Mike is here. Welcome, Mike. Mike says it's all your fault in California. Damn, Sean. Yeah, you know, he's right. She has experience leaking security data. That refers to Kamala Harris. Guys, I've had to deal with, some of you guys are saying, oh, well, I got to deal with Donald Trump for another 4 years. Hey, I had to deal with Kamala Harris in our state and even in the federal government for like over 10 years. I think it's 14 years. So it's time that she goes. She leaked my data. So around 2010-ish, I was a DOJ firearms instructor, just like maybe hundreds of you were. Somebody put in a public record request, and she disclosed all of our personal information, like our home address and everything else. She disclosed that. She had evil ideations to begin with. And some people might argue, oh, it's just an accident that she allowed the release of that information. That's not an accident. That's not an accident. Luckily, nothing happened to me or my family by the disclosure of our personal information. Anyhow, I just really would like to know how she would feel if all of her family information was personally disclosed as well. But she has the protection of Secret Service. And hopefully, you know, hopefully she doesn't get the second tier service that Donald Trump got. You know, hopefully they learn from their mistakes. All right, guys, I'm out. Take care. Let me know.